Her collage clone this lineage, both parents, thick face, shameless, cold heart, don't help Jane Donner, degrading them innocent 200 years. 100 years ago, both planned to end this family, sell this white girl, Jane, let her die, let her fade away. Not us, not clone, not clone, not us. We must kill you, you threat us. Because, yeah, since age 10, they just find the Jew is already there and she's still not murdered. And now she's 33. It's trespassing their tolerance. They who forced her to stay only want Central Asia, East Asia, Southeast Asia, know them. Yeah, know these. Yeah, this lineage father side, mainly the father side, very thick face, shameless, cold heart. And the clones aliens are really killing Jane Donors. Her family of Jane. Once 10-to-1 clone. And her father said it's some Mediterranean island alone Jane Donor. Look, yeah, only half island alone, half Mediterranean, can't turn them better human. Helpless. Her family Jane once turned clone by their laboratories, and so many clone lineage, unauthorized fertile clones, and still, don't forget these, don't count, they're still tracking and tracing, and tracking and following, and they have so many spare time, you see. Even this girl, white girl, already deformed to a black, only pinkish to France and China. Only pinkish to Asia and France, right? And the other tolerant pinkish skin very well, but still, you see, and they just, whoever, yeah, these clones lineages still can't forget this donor, want to destroy them, already destroyed her, still at least, they are pests like. And the real alien, they are gonna kill till genocide of white humans very quick. Yeah, there are defected Jane both lineage, I suppose. I boldly guess that both lineage got defected Jane once they turned clone. They kill human beings, non-clone, not relevant to them. And very soon they're gonna come here and kill Chinese too. Kill Chinese, still pure Jane, hidden in countryside, whoever mentioned as precious by anyone who they overheard. And this is a wrong, Jane. You should never make produce clone of them. You must replace your offspring. If you're lineage, you must replace your offspring. The way the different people, maybe Zhang Yingshi. Yeah, Zhang Yingshi is a suggestion since 1939. See, this is 200 years Jane Donor lineage. And the real aliens, they are gonna kill. Yeah, of course, this is a very special case. Your clone can't be like them. Your clone and offspring Chinese, Korean, Indian won't be like them. Real aliens, they are gonna kill to genocide of white human very quick. Still no jealous of black yellow thin skin short low nose base. That means they are very stupid. They don't fight against the different race. They have the stupid taste, and no European like them. Still feel degraded, the most deformed and survived Zhang Liquan holds no Swiss birth certificate or Europe American nationality. They still believe she's threatened them. Can't sleep tight when she is still alive. Yeah, then these sheets are suitable to stay in any army. Just to show any white army, you know. Just to show these tomb lineages always marry clone of someone they like. Gave birth to baby. wait till they mature, maybe 16 years old, or sometimes they can't wait, and gave two baby and gave birth to clones, children. That's the lineage of this, the father side mainly. And the Chinese, Chinese, Korean, Southeast Asian, how these pets clones should know how these pets clones her lineage, hate her lineage. Among civilians, outside military camp, they always poison large area or large district to make this great. They don't want to be registered in the history book. And they life hunt her with some embarrassment. But they still life hunt her and never for their children. To make us the real lineages. But there are already a few of them in different continents. Are they fighting against each other? No. And the left hand her, you see the way they left hand her, they always poison large quantities of businesses and the large area. They still need to keep good fame for their offsprings. They don't want to be registered in history book. Their army always reproduce the fertile clone of her lineage. They shall. And the fertile clone of Zhang Li Quan too. And soon they will come here and bomb China to kill her. In so many continents. And they used to stay in Europe, just from Europe to China, Just came from Europe to China since year 1993. Life hunter orphan parents died already. Her parents were murdered by them at age 3. These Jane don't turn clone. If they can't sleep tight when she is still alive, when this Jane donor is still alive, even they were poorer and poorer, always degraded, trafficked from Africa to Europe to Africa, then they don't hold any better heritage. They can't be educated enough to. All strategy, all restriction, limited structure showed in her life the past 33 years. And the parents since 1939 already deformed by radiation. Then she's unsuitable to stay in army. And the pink Jane, must all go. All hair colors, all eye colors, pink Jane targeted. And superpower tolerances, pink Jane all go. And Chinese, Korean, Southeast Asian should know how these pets clones her lineage. Pink Jane hate her lineage outside military camp and like her orphan parents died, murdered at 3. These Jane don't turn clone. Whoever reject this warning, their army think different from us. It's a planet of clones and collages already. And they are holding weapons. And you still fail to fire at us efficiently. Our leaders' clones. They ought us to kill all human beings, not clones. It's the case in our leaders' class, in our armies. And they have very powerful hard weapons. They robbed their farm, the ancestors. It's very easy to kill several persons, then get only clones in power and the clones take the crown. And somewhere else, maybe in France, it's collage holding the crown. And all low face finds. Of course, there are anti-human who are natural Jane, non-clone. They treat clones still a little better than the others. But the collage king, that's very popular. It's true. No conspiracy. It's super easy to murder in camps. And a natural Jane should go from pink skin. and then we are gonna kill at all cost, kill all pink skin Cologics too. And no revival, no renaissance. You are defeated, Jane. You defamed the white people over 600 years. If no one paid for me, Gent Donner in full erasure in this army, two-century clones, colonial lineage, my family and mine, and no one ever wanted to let my invisible clock really invisible. The genocide of white, non-Afro, non-Asian, non-clone is agreed by most superpower armies. Of course, I go back to black or red Asian non-collage. Collage unstable, but they have been polluting Asian gene, altering their gene restless from South Asia to Southeast Asia and to the northeastern point, Japan, Korea, and they've given birth and forced labor reproduce like mice, like bacteria over 500 years. And you failed to expel them. They're all foreign armies. And that accelerated since 200 years because in Europe, Collage just took the crown. They murdered the Italian, ugly, older, wiser leaders, and hairy, and that's the history. If Chinese do see blue eyes, blonde, white, they are still kings. They're still a leader in the army. No conspiracy. They hold the weapons. They're very cruel. They're very, very cruel to the other soldiers, to the other warriors, to the other agents. And then you can't reproach them easily. They are kind of smart and sleepy. They are very good at surviving too. But they know they are not human being anymore. They know they are anti-human. They know it not after erasure of all natural gene white. They're gonna be the real white. They're gonna be they still constantly tie once they hear any non-colonial lineage, collage lineage. They have weapon to coerce their reproduction lab to reproduce mice, birds, who can be easily coerced by my weapon, and I hope the weapon. And I hope the weapon. No minority who are braver than me stay in the army, but I have different hair color somewhere. Or I don't have eyelashes somewhere. Or I checked my family lineage always made of clones somewhere. And then as Zhang Li Kun Salazar, of course I go back to black. And if black tall, they are Asian human. If black are very tall and large Asian human, they must have some better ways now because there is already genocide in white groups. I just believe that clones are stupider. You did a genocide in Asia. To match with you. Just to match with you. Clones are enemies, rare exception. This Mexico, Miami, base sense found. Support me, have supported me, cared about me. Clones, colony lineage a century ago meant to end my father's side lineage, right? And so does what goes, made that unknown to Latin American. Okay, and slower to mother's side, even some Iranian Plato brains both wanted to sell this white girl's gene to everywhere and then end her at age 10. It's scandalous, it's not true to everyone. And if mother's side didn't want this, they can't help. What happened? Because they have darker skin color, not pink pale enough. Attack and enemies warm to them. Once someone spread the news, some Miami base team in Mexico helping her. They valued her. Yeah, they betrayed us. They are these people are these things are betrayers to us. They are helping the gen donor. Okay, and attacks and the enemies swarm to them. Although they have bigger eyes, Spanish recognition authors look prettier than nobles to them. Because clones and collages all look very, their brains some childish, And children always like bigger eyes. Yeah, children all grow up like bigger eyes. And nobles to them, how long can this stand? Of course, in this Miami team, there are some people don't have bigger eyes. That's how they have to like themselves. Yeah, they have to accept themselves. But how many people are allowed to, how many smaller eyes people are allowed to be given birth in white army? Yeah, in American teams, how many? In name of, to prevent attacks and enemies work to them, they want bigger eyes. They want Spanish recognition, bigger eyes. Nobles to them. And how long can this sustain? Yeah, so many people in common sense Spanish, the real European, the real white is the nobles. Almighty, everywhere, smarter, better, anywhere. And it's the Spanish America, the Spanish army who spread the pandemic and murdered all the native and easily got the crown, take the crown. And still yet this English-speaking, French-speaking area to the other armies. Okay, and they have so many Latin armies. There are so many Latin armies. The quantity matters. And later they got better deals in the other continents too. So that's how they tend to know about to them. White taste, smart taste. And the mother side hate the father brought her bad luck. Pets like clones, lineage less evolved, less civilized, lack of responsibility and gratitude, pinkish, almost a non-human pain. Now, it's a 200 degradation shown by their clones. And our lineage only victim? Well, our innocent victim is made by clones and the image in a punch, just a punch in a punch. Every army agreed. Every army agreed it's on our army. Because to them it's an army. We don't suicide, we're born fertile clones, and we fucking have children. Okay, it's an army, it's our army, and consult our lab. They always think this way. Yeah, Big Pink Palace. They always think this way. Our army is valued our ancestor. Promoted them. They need us. Your enemy's children think this way. And there must be a reason. Still don't get any sense of responsibility. They're not loyal in their army, not at all. They don't care about the threatening and fire at them. So are they just a very controllable spies? Leading genocide of this group first. It's for other armies agreed on genocide of Pink and restrict the spreading of Soren's chain, isn't it? And kill all clone collages Pink Page Van Blue. Over past the 200 is almost there. It's agreed by armies. And the history book fits that it's Spanish, Portuguese, yellowish skin, white, and a curly hair who had America. Is there America? That's taught in our Chinese textbook. Everyone believed this. And John Lee Kun Po in PRC among Generation 90s. Because she still some pinkish pink. Page vein is bluish green. Not green enough, bluish. And it's not tiny enough. Still too pale. It's superpower aliens can make this. It's only superpower aliens. Superpower agencies, labs, aliens can make this. Criminal groups. Genocide of Pink at all cost. Agreed. Come to China to see if after this degradation you can survive. They control Soviet, Japan, US Army, higher orders. They control Soviet, all Soviet country, Japan, and the US Army, all higher orders. That's why she's still here. At all cost, 2 million casualty, okay. just to show that we allocate resources like this, a port in PRC, and no home back in Switzerland. So then IVF and the 200 years clone and working scientific, we can erase that. That's all higher orders in Soviet Japan US Army, and you failed to kill them. If you are saying your car are gonna die together with them if the other side defeat you once they defeat you. Just wait here till the process 100%. They're gonna kill all pinker skin, pale skin, taller, wider, white shaped women, deeper voice too. Norse, Nordic, British, Irish, Icelandic, Nordic, Finnish, Swedish, Danish, all of them. And of course they want to leave the pink, of course they want to leave different hair color and iris color alone. Okay, just avoid all of them. Because you, as cheap worker, already, and white slaves already beat America and Nordic pretty well. And it's time that more civilized, and voted by boards, voted by superpower armies, right? They're gonna take you, they're gonna erase you. After erasure, they take your land. Thank you. You built your factory everywhere very nice. I like it. After all, they still got somewhere in man. That's already much better than what it was 200 years ago. You see, so painted skin white are exported to American as cheaper white slaves. Just to wait here to this process at 100%, and she another package event blue not the British Irish need to wait for being taken in camp as refugees. If any army like to conserve us, because I am already Italian. Turn to them. They say in to feel them, to feel the other European. She's so pale. She's so very pale. And nothing yellow compared to the contemporary French. If you can see, you see the threat immediately. John Le Guin's too pale, too pink compared to French. In terms. Okay, so one person say, if they look pink and ginger, my mother's side, Italian Iranians since ancient times segregate from them. And code them to revenge. So you both go first. Stupid things Bavarians. And this is thorough investigation. Believe me, Californian, maybe Swedish fan. Swedish, Sweden. That means they are the thinnest already. Swedish fat. Any fatter and pinker than Swedish and paler should go. What stupider European, almost not European. Almost not white, brought us calamity. Their brains didn't evolve enough to fit European civilization standard. Lack of self-awareness, responsibility, instinct, almost instinct-like selflessness, benevolence among the other Europeans, not Indian, not China, not Mongol. We already compared this in many cases over so many years. That's European, born with instinct of selflessness, benevolence, warm-hearted to strangers, a softer heart to innocent victim. And this is European civilization. And full awareness of the responsibility they hold, tied to their birthplace, tied to wherever welcome them to bring them up. In this John Le Guin's case, this forced victim case is very, very this is very exceptional. But in the other cases, they already showed enough. Okay, the higher order decided. And not taking her experience as reference is so fake. Yeah, you made her the most in the miserable. It's very rare. Yeah, just to take the clones of the lineage as example. They have lack of any responsibility. The way they were given birth to, of course they are clone of her. Of course she is their mother. They are born to replace the fathers. And they are so proud with these fathers. And just need the mother less privileged, less lucky to fade away. They are animal pets. They are animal heads. They never, they can always sleep tight when the mother is so degraded and bad luck. And defamed by rumors, by dirty rumors. Okay, and the other European pedophiles don't stay. And are you very vengeant and jealous for yourself? Just like a pest to us, so many Austrian like pests to them, and some Dutch too. The Dutch born in Dutch hospital and taken elsewhere and to be tested. They are all like this. And for whichever they can't access, Mainly, they just deployed a bunch of key children taken from Austria and Netherlands hospital and told them she's a reporter and you can long-term reserve her and treat her whatever you want. They attack me. They never found any millionaire, or better luck children, or better looking than them, but they attack me. Because they are quarantining camp, they can't access freedom. They can't access the kind of goods produced in China. Maybe that's why China production is so polluted recently, so poison. They're telling them that she didn't consume many goods. Now who you followed? They followed all the other Chinese. They got very, 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 very crazy allergic. They already know she can't buy anything that she don't have pocket money. She doesn't have pocket money. She don't buy anything. She can't buy anything. She don't order meals before 2024. But they follow the other children in China. They believe that's her. That's Gu Wenlin. Gu Wenlin, Zhang Likun. Yeah, rich. Yeah, Meng Wanzhou, Gu Wenlin, Zhang Likun. See, those pests like Saint Collages among you. They are casualty. If you ask, yes, they are casualty. What gonna take place there? Yeah, little painkiller anyway. No. And no pedophiles, very vengeance and jealous of whichever they can access. Even limited intelligence. And when they're limited intelligence, they can how come their clones can still graduate your higher education? So what the fuck is that? They are stupider than black. You are making your place ridiculous like jokers to Africa. Okay, they confused Zhang Likun and the other children in Jinan who had better pocket money. All of them, and they can graduate your precious Netherlands, Australia University. Shit. Who want to move there? And the Belgian Flanders too. Yeah, sounds like a hell. All water. And your diploma don't deserve anything. Close the school first. And let the teacher go away. And sometimes some states in US too. You know it. I don't need to name them. These fathers aren't clone lineage of Salazar's father, side Nordic, pink, and Mediterranean, Alain Delon, are they Westerner? While we are talking like this, better colleges, they are casualty if you ask. You're just a casualty. And your school need to close. Stop issuing those diploma. Diploma of waters mean access of public domain. And of course, those it's not me who are going to design whoever had this diploma. If that's very important certificate, what their offspring is gonna be like. And it wasn't very hard. This is an exceptional case. You social isolate her. She can't access musical friends. They can't get birth to a musical children. Because of these two music talents still, with this sound art diploma. yeah, they still can't keep their children, or they still can't meet each other. It's Zhang Liquan case. You stop following her, okay? It's hard. Social isolation. We're going to have war with them. Whoever had clones of family. After elimination them, she's afraid. Now she stay in China. Yeah, to her sound art group. She's holding the sound art diploma. I mean, she's very gifted in the auditory and the music. Yeah, that's far above average. And she earned both lineage gender honor for musicians, and they didn't do harm to the society. That's a commitment of a lineage. We don't need the others. That's decided before her birth. Decided approximately the year they gave birth to Otto von Schlag. Yeah, Otto von Schlag. Okay, and next, must kill all clones, colonists, and quarantine gen donor to observe them in camp deformed like Johnny Quinto. That means her lineage so evil. This is detected. Yeah, they are detected as pests. If you don't target them, who else are you going to target? All clones and collages? Because since small you grew up with clone and collages too. You can tell they are different. Yeah, who are the son of bitches that haunted her? Not different from you, and you should help us. Just to kill all of them. She, as a person, as a civilian gender, she's good, not her clone. Her clone can be still very evil, lack of responsibility. Because they always think this way and very quick thinking. I'm quarantined here. I'm not Guilin. Look, I look so white, so pretty, so strong, so tall. But I'm quarantined here with those unattractive persons. No, I feel the society and the world owe me the fact to rescue me. I'm a better looking, smarter clone already. Then I'm going to mess up everything. I'm lack of responsibility. If you ask why I'm fertile, I'm going to teach you that it's on my army. They're all like this. They're very feral. You should never lock them inside the camp. And you should never inform that they are there for being a clone of a whiter. They are going to kill so many minority. And they are going to bomb China. Wherever they are very eloquent influencer. They're teaching everyone to target the minority and the Chinese. See, she can't date any Chinese shitty makers, singers. She seems much better than them. It's Chinese who isolate them, think like that. So all of her clones this generation deployed to target China. That's all. You should never lock them inside camps. And you should never tell them who the gender donors are. Because sometimes they believe the gender donors defaming them, degrading them because they got worse resources, but they can't help. When they can't help, they just murder them. They hate to be adopted as water, hate to be adopted as less smart in STEM, or auditory, or composition, And this forever door is injected to always forget what you just learned. And can't in certain field, in notation, in harmonies. And Johnny can always forget. Since small, she's injected like this and became a prey to them. They still value the vanities too. Okay, they're so freaked out by the idea that you adopt me as someone controlled by someone else. And I'm just a water. And they already moved to spaceship, That's kind of ridiculous. So many people don't want to live in spaceship, of course. And they are sent there by people who don't want to live in spaceship. You just want to make this narrative beautiful and rich of thrill and humor. They are so busy to prove that they are not controlled and put water by someone else, hidden behind, The colon for parent Selenia, father Selenia moved to space shape. Yeah, very, very early. About the 1930s. Okay. Now, pinkish skin Alandolo, are they Westerner? Pinkish skin Alandolo, are they whiter than Alandolo? Is this the bay? You can't get it? Maybe clones hookers. Oh. So Master Q all defected giant clones, you know. And this is an example, this holds list of the others. Yeah, once tandem clone. They're just like hunting their gender and who are degraded when they can't help them. And don't suicide. People believe you deserve some suicide. Because you really want to prove that you want to help your gender. You want to pay them. Your army don't give you the chance. This is a trap. This is a fraud. Your life is a total fraud. You should have self-murdered yourself very much earlier. This mother said very smart. Was good at reasoning. Okay, Iranian, Plato, Jane, Italian. And very good at laws, reasoning, logic. If you fail to help them, and you still encouraged to follow them, it's not a total separation from your gender now. You will give them birth as a fraud and in a trap. You are jokers. However smart you are, that doesn't count. That doesn't matter. You should have chosen suicide very, very early. All of you. Yeah, all of clones in your army who are now interdicted to suicide, but can't pay the gen donors. But when you want to prove you care, you suicide. That's all. That's the rule. And whoever affected suicide in reverse, in opposite, they just kill the gen donors. It's like harm them. They are the entire boat. The rest may be hesitate, maybe weak, maybe maybe 10 times, 10 times like Cohen. He can't suicide. Oh, just a bunch of some cult of people that dare not to suicide. But they don't like hunting the gen donors. They can't think of this logic. Yeah, if I can't help them, I murder them. Because I'm witnessing their degradation. Yeah, I live better with the glory this lineage when I'm born to rapists who stole their genes. And I should have, we have to admit that current state, worse than the gen donor. And why the fuck they let them to be fading away if I am now born in the imbecile gonna be vanished army? If I'm not born in the imbecile isolated gonna be vanished forever and ever, erased in the history books army, then why they want the smart to fade away? I mean, I'm born in a so horrible place. It might prejudice my children. Yeah, maybe this minute they'll treat me very nice. Next minute they're gonna first prejudice my children. I don't want them to stay here. I'm gonna suicide. If you smart your mouth like this, you already did everything necessary. And the mother side is smarter than father side. Neatly say. They recognize blue eyes, blonde, brown, white, Arabian, black, Indian. In Xinjiang, Indian, it's Indian pretty and smart to say Chinese, prettier than British white. Whoever don't have blonde hair and blue eyes. And China don't need me white. Don't feel this urgency. Like Japan, Korea. Don't advertise me. Or like Taiwan, Japan, Korea. Don't advertise me, white, no nation. They are faithful servant guardians for blue eyes, blonde, and brown hairs. Still can't support war in Arabia, Greece, Portugal, who every day test that they are controlling USA, Soviet hairs. There's still France. There is still France. France Revolution. France Revolution and forced the white slaves walk back breaking there and they have prostitutes. Don't deserve EU citizen, not blue eye and blonde. Don't deserve EU citizenship, look like Japanese, look like Australian. Green-eyed Israeli religious people. Mediterranean religious people, cheaper. It's hard to control nanochips in 14 billion Chinese heads. It's almost a military nanochip. It's a false impression. It's Japan virus. Yeah, it started in Japan first. Then Japan, Korea might be the same case. In Japan, Soviet, they all murdered the gene donors. They let them fade away. But they really eliminate them. Yeah, that's a death indignity to white people. Oh yeah, because they are said to see them pests like a virus, very dangerous. You know, just like someone felt the Dementor or Death Eaters felt Harry Potter. Yeah, then Japan, Korea, Taiwan might be the same case. Then Chinese, Japan, Korea nationality holders must be much more poorer. Much poorer. No arsenal dealers. No right to keep this land peace and moral. Yeah, then on Sundays. Because there are still a lot of pretty Canadian, Italian, Mediterranean, British, not blonde hair and blue eyes. And they already know you. And they've got a very strong excuse to kill you till on Sundays in Japan and China. And Korea, Taiwan too if you don't correct this. You should try harder to get her back in Europe. This is a chance for you. But war is already the planned war here is already in discussion. They just don't want clone and collage to stay. They don't want blue-eyed and blonde and pink skin. Yeah, they allowed those people to stay. They don't allow them to stay, but they're still gonna have fight here. You're very cheap, faithful servant garden to blue eyes blonde. You are their shows. The Chinese should try very hard if you have to hold some age up proud. Should try very hard to eliminate your camp. Any high orders. Blonde mean gender too. Blue eyes, no, they are all collages. Yeah, sound like the end of the war. Yeah. They do believe they should kill people, the military leaders here in China, Japan, Korea, Taiwan, to eliminate them as Horcrux. They have to touch the core, and the Mongol Russia. Everything planted very early in the east. You want with that to eliminate the blonde, blue eyes, collages, and pink skin blotches. They got these aren't me. The seven can be summoned there. It's about what in Arab ways popular to kill you. In UK to kill down to Chinese, Asian, gonna kill the blonde hair. They are servants, faithful servant guardian for blue eyes blonde. Oh yes, just something at the end. Oh, that's true. No, I Sunday, no right to keep this 9p's nights and days. Now I should be amidst at the same time from cheap brunette and turn this line in Sundays. I mean, yeah, in Liu, in Genshin Impact, in Liu, they fight at somewhere at the same time. Yeah, ICBM. And safe. It's a very toxic Gen 110 clone. Yeah, that's why I'm here, just wanting to introduce the clone to my lineage. It's 2nd century, not just clones and offspring to her father's lineage, and hers, they pink pale and bluish vein. Pink pale, bluish vein, they're gonna eliminate you. Part you from army first. If you are pro-H, you should start to assassinate them. They're your enemy. They're gonna make a line in some days. Yeah, for their priority, for their superiority. All people here are suspected and judged by America and the European armies as faithful servants. Guardian for blue eyes, burnt, brown hair, pinkish skin, bluish vein. And some ginger too, ginger. Yeah, collages, people like them. Yeah, any white palace gang, a bluish eye, colourful hair. Alright, yeah, then you should kill onto noting what can on getting them on printing as super, yeah, in around so, yeah, let's say 14 billion Asian is nation has as superior as whiter. And the only one important, the only one is of you nationalities. So since they already deployed so many Chinese and Asian in your camp, in the armies. And you should bear in mind that they are very stupid. And so many people are working in the program thing that's programmed 200 years ago. And whoever is holding the autumn control joystick, they already got murdered. They got murdered, then no one gonna continue this narrative. And look how creepy that they are in Mongolian army, bodiless hairs. Bodiless hairs. That's not the thing that should prolong till here, till now. Just not like the end of the world. It's all programmed. In the same injection, this programmation can pass on for generation until open up about this and discuss with civilians. We have programmation in our meta nanochip. And these people look Indian or Chinese, Japanese, still working on getting everyone, let's say 14 billion Chinese to recognize blonde and blue eyes whites, or the real white. Can we stop them? If we want to stop them, we have to, set them and stop this injection. Just stop this injection is enough. It's programmed nanochip. Let's perfection the human sense out of kindness got all smarter white giant in camp. To protect to conserve, when it's facing eye crime no RV era, B8C every word can be poisoned with dangerous bacteria. And whatever reason make her family alleged the super valuable talented smart not in military camp. Whoever wanted it can't try harder to get her now. It's losing grip. It's lost control. It's sign of stupidity, but its failure is not long enough. Somewhere in the agency in the left fiction, who believes we got her clone born in the army? Sent them since baby. Malayo. Malayo to us anyway. And several place here. We don't need smarter, better gen donor because in Mongolia, Russia, Japan army, there are only clones handling formidable weapons. We don't need smarter, better gen donor because in Mongolia and Russia, Japan army, there are only clones handling formidable weapons. And they're very controllable for these. both to blonde and ginger collages. Both to blue-eye, blonde, ginger collages. Not black, very ugly to them. If you are not right, gently translator can help and learn to adapt. Adapt the need to protect China, Korea, Taiwan, Hong Kong. Yeah, the so-called Asia Pacific, Asia. Hong Kong, Macau, and all Asia be unprotectable from Russia, Mongolia, and Japan. Clones part in army murdered all natural Jain refugees in their camps. Some suicided. Some climbed suicide there. And she's halted in Shandong, fourth state in by Korea, South Korea, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Macau, and China. And they showed whoever comes to a jumbo, like a really harsh hammer, all taste, yelling, smashing, once they can't, the kid wrapping the door, she can't open that for the foster father. And that's to Chinese, to call that Chinese. To lucky one, protected by a debt. And to collage Southeast nation, they are not human. Maybe they really got more South European Jane, So this Asian got more South European Jane, they are not human who are based in Mongolian army. They made this a stage, a theater to show that it's necessary to start a war there, to smash them all. A strategy to kill them all there. Yeah, they are communists and white, but now the white European telling you that they're not clone brains of white people. They're not clone brains of European white. They're sometimes a mixed hybrid. A mixed run worse than collages, and most of them are pinkish skin, stronger, and a very thick, large fingers are Asian Nordic. Asian Nordic revived. They're giant with very thick, large, super large girth fingers. And that's why they're bodiless, but brain stay. They're not rude. They're just they have a composive behavior pattern. If you can't nail down to them. And why they want them in Mongolian army and the battlers? What is it about I didn't fight them? Oh, they're not. Are not the people who lived there 1,000 years ago, now British Irish. They are born to bones. They're born to archaeology materials. The Asian giant, why they hide their body and want them and telling around they are nowadays. I don't know, we still don't know. But we're gonna kill the blonde and the blue eyes anyway. We have to, because everyone admit that in nature too, a South European black hair, South European right, they're better. They're better anyway. Iranian Plato Jane better anyway. Better, kind, benevolent, and all foreign army want you kept these whites, and start getting Chinese delusion to wanting more blonde, blue eyes. If you don't agree, you just tell Chinese you don't want them. And if you're a Greek Italian, if you're Canadian, you just tell Chinese we don't want them. And tell them very loud, make it on news. You have to make it on news. Then all Chinese stay rich, still don't want to be poor, gonna help you. It's that. It's very easy to wake them up. It's just a curse. They got team working on it. In Soviet too.